everyone, welcome to rainphotosclub.com. Today we have a quick little look at how to DIY photograph kids. So this is an important one because a lot of people are, at home and they just want to get some great photos of their kids. So I thought I'd share these quick tips that can help you because often we have an idea in our heads and then kids have a completely different idea of how this should look. So I'm going to give you some ideas on how to kind of work around that and how to get the best results. So I've been photographing kids for a really long time, and one of the things that really stands out to me is if you start bringing your kids in from a very young age for a photo shoot, then they are a lot more used to the camera as time goes on, and they start to actually enjoy photo shoots. So my number one tip would probably be to start taking photos of your kids from a really young age, no matter what camera that is, but always take photos of them and sort of get them used to the idea of being in front of a camera and not really seeing it as an issue, but seeing it as something fun to do. The next thing is to really make the photo experience a fun one. So you want them to sort of start seeing photography or a photo shoot or just being in front of the camera as a fun experience, much as you would get them excited about going to the zoo or playing a fun game or whatever it is. Photography for them needs to be something fun and exciting. This can really be helped with sort of different outfits and props. I mean, especially for the girls, they love to get dressed up and sort of be little models in front of the camera, so that really helps. But yeah, things like cake smashes and that generally are great for photo shoots because they can get involved and more involved in what's happening in front of them than the actual photo shoot itself. So they're not concentrating so much on the camera. But yeah, the more fun you make it and the more fun you have with them during the photo shoot and the more you build it up to be something fun, like you would with baking a cake or anything like that, the more fun they're going to have. And then they start to look forward to it and it gets easier and easier with time. And the next thing that I would really recommend is to have distractions available for photo shoots. So it can be balloons or toys or bubbles or anything that will make them laugh or concentrate on that thing. Because we can all, I mean, especially as they get older, kids tend to kind of give you this fake smile, and we don't want the fake smile. We want to get more natural kind of looks. So the more engaged they are in what's happening in front of them, or the more interested in the things that they are around them, the more likely you are to get more natural poses. And one of the things I really like to do with photo shoots is I make the parents work. So I will have the child on the studio background or whatever it is, and I normally have the parents standing behind me and making faces because they, number one, first of all, relax a lot more. So when the parents are more relaxed, the child tends to be more relaxed. And, the fun faces, they start to find it funny. They see it as a silly, fun thing to do. So you get these amazing smiles. Obviously, if you were the parent yourself, you might struggle to do this. But, I mean, do it with a friend or do it with a sibling or your partner. It's also a fun activity to do as a family. So this can be a family bonding experience. My next one would be to go outside. So kids love outdoors. They love to have the space to run and to play and to really sort of let some of that energy off. So this being outside gives them no limitations. They can do all sorts of things. If there's a jungle gym or a slide around, these are generally great ways to get those more natural poses. If there's a group of kids, then running towards the camera really works. And you can make it a fun game, like, who's going to win the race or whatever it is. But generally, just being outside, they tend to be more relaxed and they just enjoy it more. Well, this is what I find. But there's also more you can work with. Like you can do different kinds of poses rather than being on a studio background, which can be a little bit limiting, especially if you don't have the props or distractions that you might want for these kind of photo shoots. And then my fifth and final recommendation is to learn your camera settings backwards, because things happen with kids really, really quickly, and you will never be able to recreate that moment 100%. You might be able to get them to pose it, but then you can always see when an image is more posed than more natural. So the more you know your camera settings, the faster you will be able to make sure that you get those images. You will be able to quickly snap something because you know that your settings are correct already in camera. And then start to be more aware of your backgrounds. And this is all basic photography stuff, but know what backgrounds to use, what light to use. All of these tutorials are available already, so there is a little link here to some of them. But yeah, start to really know how to use your camera, whichever camera that is. It can be a phone or it can be a DSLR or whatever it is. But the more that you know this, the more likely you are to be able to capture those special moments, because it becomes second nature to know what those settings need to be. So that's it. That was my top 5 tips for all those moms out there who really want to get some great photos of their kids. I know that saying is a lot better than, or a lot easier than doing, so I do recommend that you practice, and don't get disheartened if it doesn't happen straight away. Just be patient and keep practicing. It will take a little bit of time to get those shots. So enjoy the time and use it as a bonding time with your kids. Don't get frustrated. Kind of just work with them and have fun with it more than making it a chore. And I promise you will start to see more results. But yeah, otherwise I hope that you've enjoyed the tutorial. Please do subscribe to the channel. We would really like to see you back for some more tutorials, and we would love for you to follow along. Otherwise, I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.